Got lots of love. Got lots of love. Got love. Got lots of love. 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 Love.
All right, good afternoon and or evening, everybody. Welcome back to some more CGL action. This is our mid-season tournament going into round 2 here. I am joined by the one, the only GOAT, Chef Billy. How are you doing this afternoon, my guy?
I'm not doing too bad. Not doing too bad answering the call here late in the afternoon here in the States. But we got some spicy EU action going on tonight. One of the standby champions here in the CGL upper divisions, especially in the EU, it's going to be MME. Having a little bit of a rebrand, a little bit of a merging of brain power, merging with ATX, going up against Smelvin Industries. And I tell you what, this is going to be a banger. Based upon what I saw yesterday, the meta is still fluid. And even though a patch dropped this afternoon, Fletch, I think that we're still going to see a steady diet of Orisa as we get used to the new game.
Yeah, I mean, even if the teams wanted to change up what they're doing based on what got changed, you know, Zarya got pretty well buffed. I mean, across the board on her projected barrier. I think she's going to be a very valid pick if teams are willing to build around her. But, you know, the patch went live an hour ago. I don't expect anybody to have changed much of what they want to do here right now. I mean, speaking of that patch, it was a pretty hefty patch. There's one thing that I really liked seeing with the Orisa recently, and if you're going to run the Orisa, I feel like it's pretty good against like an Orisa brawl, you know, with the BAP, the Ayari, the sit in one spot and poke out until you can finally find that pick. I really like the Orisa rush with a Lucio and, you know, maybe a Mei to just try and push in fast and bowl over the enemy team. And Mei got buffed pretty strongly here in this most recent patch. So, you know, if one of these teams want to break that out, I wouldn't be mad about it.
I mean, who would be? I mean, even though I despise the Ice Queen in all of her glory, remember back to Owl when Nori decided that Mei was not going to be involved in some of the online matches during the lockdown. Everybody was happy to see the Ice Demon gone. But I mean, I see where you're coming from, and especially, you know, that you can use more of a short range pin with the Javelin Spear. So we'll see what's going on. Let's take a look at the rosters, though. Who is going to be fielding the battlefield today? It's going to be MMExATX coming up first. Leo, Nanu, Bumblebee, IQ, Mighty, and Evergreen will be rounding out the roster here for MME. They're looking to take another championship here. As I said before, they've got the pedigree going on. And you know what? The mixed rosters now coming in from MME and ATX. I mean, this is just scary. They were already scary before Fletch. Now adding this ATX roster to their entirety of their team, definitely giving them an upgrade moving forward.
Yeah, and I mean, like you're saying, this team is really, really scary and probably one of the favorites to take this tournament and maybe the whole season in its entirety, right? But let's take a look at Smelvin Industries now. We are going to see Robbie Hash and Adam on the damage lineup. Fast CN holding it down on the tank, and the backline is looking to be Tobbs and Lammy. So I think this team relatively... they're saying that they've won too many that they can't remember. Too many tournaments. But they're here. They're trying to make a name for themselves by beating one of our favorite teams here, or one of the favorites to win the tournament. So I'm looking to see if they can, pull off the upset here.
Well, I mean, just a reminder, we're now in round 2 here, so we're always going to be starting on Ilios here as our starting control map. But for the winner of this midseason tournament here at MTT 12, you do get that bonus game in hand should you make it to the grand finals. So there's actually a lot to play for here. There's a lot that's riding on the line here for these two teams. There's money involved as well. There's an $8,000 cash prize pool here for the midseason tournament. So you definitely want to get your share in on that. But we'll see how these teams here in the open tier are able to kind of traverse, because we are going to be playing on the live patch. So there are going to be some noticeable changes, regardless of whether they want it or not. It's happened, and they have to deal with it. So we're going to see how these teams, especially with the Orisa compositions, we're going to be able to take a live look in 4K of how these changes to the Orisa is going to change the existing meta.
Yeah, and speaking to that, in my ranked games, I'm obviously not too high up on the ladder, but one of those reflexive switches that you see, the rock paper scissor of the tank matchup in ranked, Zarya is always one of those tanks that you see being run against the Orisa just because she can beam right past that javelin spin, which breaks all of the other projectiles in the game. So, I mean, if Zarya is looking as strong as I think she is right now, it could be interesting to see what the Zarya is going to look like into that. And like you said, we are headed to beautiful Greece for our first map here. And so, taking everything into account, what are you expecting here on Ilios?
I mean, if they've been paying attention to the patch notes, at this point, I think that you run Ramatra on Ruins, and then you can run Orisa everywhere else. I think that you need a very heavy brawl if you are going to be on Ruins. I don't think that Orisa, with all the changes that have just come down, I don't think she's as viable on the point. I think that you can actually do that kind of hybrid brawl rush style where you get the Lucio involved, or you can use the Symmetra as well. Symmetra's still very, very strong right now with all the changes to her kit. I like what I see coming out of that. So as we approach here to I tell you what, it's immediate Zarya. So they are definitely paying attention to the patch notes. I'm wondering if we're going to see, some of those old school Overwatch 1 wombo combos, where you get the Grab Dragons, or, Molten Core Grab. I mean, that's still good as well. There's lots to be done here. I have seen in my own ranked games, the Zarya into the Captive Sun. That is absolutely brutal to go with. And I mean, looking at Smelvin, they could honestly go in with a Grab Blizzard. That's also going to be absolutely lethal as well.
Yeah, and you know, me personally, I'm a pretty big fan of Hanbin, so this matchup right now with the D.Va versus the Zarya, which MME coming out on the D.Va, so a little bit of a change here right out of the spawn door, and once again going back to those rank switches. I feel like the Zarya could be pretty strong in this, but we see Leo having already taken the top of this building, looking over the point, putting so much pressure on those in the cage. Looks like they TP'd up to the high ground, and it's going to be Smelvin Industries starting us off with a pick on to Ninu on the Torbjorn there. And Smelvin's looking to take this point early. Without the Torbjorn, that's a lot of durability gone, and Ninu switching over to the Tracer now.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it. And I mean, the teleporter plus the wall. So I mean, you throw up your damage, you throw your turrets up there to force the positioning out, and then you can use the wall to deny damage coming in. So very smart play here coming from Smelvin, working right in. Yeah, I mean, you got to have the pocket there. You got the pocket there for the Ashe. I mean, coming up already close to Bob, 76% in just one fight.
Yeah, and Smelvin has taken the cage control there. So, oof, a nice headshot from Adam, and Adam cleaning it up onto Leo. I mean, some beautiful shots with the icicles. Pops that ice block just to get a little bit of health back. Already also, you're speaking to Leo's ult charge on the Bob. Adam, very, very close to this Blizzard, and Tobbs has the window.
I mean, here's what we're looking at. We're looking at fast to get this grab up, because that's really where Rumble comes in. There's a lot more mobility here for MME, and they've switched over to the Winston, so even more coming in.
Yeah, the window, I mean, dealing a lot of scary damage, and it's going to be Evergreen with 2 after Leo blew up. I'm sorry, you'll have to excuse me, I can't even remember who Leo killed with the dynamite, but that's going to be a pretty easy take. You know, 2 ults used, so mid-expensive, but, you know, good enough.
I mean, Fletch, looking at the engage coming in from Bumblebee, gets that splash damage down from the jump, but then we see IQ Mighty on the Iati being able to use their little spin away cooldown to bump people into the well. They didn't even get the credit for it, but I'm here for it. I'm absolutely here for it.
I feel like I'm watching my ranked games right now, the way these tanks are switching. Oh my goodness. Bumblebee off the Winston onto the Zarya in the face of Fast's D.Va. We're going to see the beat in response to IQ's Captive Sun there, but it's going to be Evergreen that starts off getting picked early thanks to Fast CN's D.Va boosters there, but Bumblebee and IQ Mighty able to clean up the damage from the Captive Sun, and it's going to be MMExATX keeping it alive here, and they're going to take the lead.
I mean, quick reset there coming from Tobbs as well, not willing to invest the window into that fight. So, I mean, what are we looking for right now? Blizzard is gone. We've got Robbie Wash going over to the Sojourn, so more sustained damage being able to come out here from this team. Now, looking at Lamby, I've seen the beat drop. It wasn't very good, so they need to be a lot more cognizant of that. And I mean, the speed is definitely on Smelvin's side right now.
Yeah. Oh, excuse me, I don't know what that was, but I know what that was. That was a beautiful headshot onto Adam by Leo, the one tap from the Ashe. Tobbs is gonna trade it out. Both Tracers now out of this fight, and Tobbs drops the amplification matrix, and Robbie Hash is going to be happy to pick up the pick onto Bumblebee through it, but Leo comes back, takes down Adam once again, and you know, a little bit of a stagger. But Smelvin is going to be happy to take that with just the window. Adam's sick of getting one shot, goes Torbjorn.
I mean, Lammy doing a lot better job here in this engagement to retake the point at 70%, using this amp speed to get themselves on top of the DPS of MMEx. But I mean, we're looking at tank ultimates here. They have been playing tank roulette here, and now they're back into standard position. Grab versus self-destruct.
Yeah, you see, Bumblebee just trying to get in a little bit of that damage with the all-fire of Zarya. And it's going to be Bob that starts this engage from Leo. But the player that falls first is Evergreen. Robbie Hash with a beautiful railgun. Robbie finding 2, finding 3! And make that 4 for Robbie Hash! And that's going to be Smelvin Industries taking well. And apparently, right at the end, IQ Mighty has disconnected from the game, but I mean, a beautiful clutch there for Smelvin.
I mean, bringing out the Sojourn obviously is a 2000 IQ looking in hindsight. I didn't think that was going to get that much work done, especially with the projected barrier. Now, like you talked about, it's 15% bigger. It's got more health. Doesn't matter because if it's not available to keep your players alive, if they're all dead, it's not really good to be used. So, I mean, they waited a little bit too long to pop Grav. When the self-destruct came out, I would have let loose with the Grav at that point to try and pull in as many people as you can and, you know, get everybody all clumped up. But as it is, it's going to be a 1-0 sub-map lead here to Smelvin Industries. And, I mean, I was not expecting this. The play and counterplay, the Overwatch chess match has really begun here in the well of Elios now. Hopefully IQ has gotten themselves back into game. Looks like they have. We're going to head to Ruins here. And I think here, you know, we're looking at Fast bringing us Zarya. I mean, the sustain was there for the Smelvin Industry teams. Maybe a little bit greedy from IQ Mighty, trying to do a little bit more of the DPS rather than the support role, which I don't hate, as long as you're getting the kills. And we did see IQ Mighty getting a ton of kills, but I think that, you know, healing has to be the priority here to make sure that Liu and Nenu are able to continue in the fight.
Yeah, and speaking of Nenu, on the Tracer to try and follow up with Bumblebee, as these tanks have once again traded their character here. Fast on the Zarya, Bumblebee on the D.Va, as opposed to, you know, the reverse at the end of last round. But we'll see. Leo has a little bit of range on this Widowmaker, trying to pop those heads from afar. Oh, wait, Bumblebee's so low, they have to use the Immortality Field early, but it's going to be Leo that starts us out with a pick on to Adam. That control of area from the Mei is gone. Robbie Hash follows, and it looks like MMExATX, they're looking to take this point here as Lammy falls. It's just Tobbs and Fast on the point now, and both are very low. Adam has come back on the Sombra, you know, falling out of favor a little bit over the last month or so, you know, a little bit of a
losing the time that you're hacked definitely has nerfed her into the ground. I think they need to take a look at Sombra once again and maybe retune the hacker. But I mean, as it is, you know, you're still going to have that moment where you're unable to do anything. And I think I like this coming from Smelvin Industries, trying to at least disrupt what the competitors are doing. And they're honestly going to use this Sombra to try and get on top of Leo to see if they can get you know, a quick assassination onto the sniper.
Ooh, nice job from the backline of Smelvin to keep Robbie Hash alive there. Got taken so low by the micro missiles, but there goes that backline as Lammy goes down here to the pulse bomb of Nenu Evergreen, cleaning up on the D-Mech that Nenu also got with that pulse bomb. And I mean, MME, they're looking to keep their foot in the ground there and keep control of Ruins.
I mean, the D.Va versus the Zarya matchup is still, it's going to favor D.Va 9 times out of 10, especially if your backline is keeping your tank alive. Nenu getting the work done on the Tracer, so I don't hate it. I would like to see a little bit of rotation here. I'd like to see Leo maybe try to push up and take some of the forward positioning and just make it so much harder for the approach from Smelvin Industries. But, you know, we're looking at Tops. They're on the Ana now, so that's going to be something that they have to be very cognizant of. MME does not have a way to cleanse it.
And you know what Smelvin has? They have an overclock and a nano boost, and there is that nano boost on to Fast, who tries to jump on top of IQ Mighty. Does not find the pick, but Leo popped the head of Robbie Hash, who had the overclock, and now at 92%, Smelvin is looking a little bit worse for wear here, as yeah, Fast gets demeched.
Yeah, this will be it right here. There'll just be last second tippy taps coming in on the point. Well, there's the EMP coming up. That might actually flip the point.
Wait a minute. A big EMP by Adam, and they take down 2. They get the D-Mech onto Bumblebee, and oh my god, a clutch EMP by Adam to take the point for Smelvin Industries.
No shot. I mean,
that's crazy.
EMP doesn't last that long anymore, so I mean, great focus fire. Let's talk about the positives out of it. I mean, they called for the EMP. They focused down everybody that was contesting the point. Now they get the flip. They've got a self-destruct to work with. They don't have anything else in the bank. That's the big problem. And you've got a pulse and a self-destruct coming out of MME.
Yeah, and there's another problem now. They don't have their Sojourn. Fast Bomb only good for IQ Mighty's healing pylon, but Leo has just continued to pop the opponents on Smelvin Industries. They just have not had an answer for this Widowmaker. And it looks like they're gonna finally take the point here as IQ Mighty rips Adam's head off, and that'll be it.
Wow. Okay, so we go ahead and get the DPS Yachty coming out here from IQ Mighty, getting the work done there in the very end. Even with the manual hack that comes through, it doesn't stop primary fire. And IQ Mighty says, okay, yeah, I hacked. Okay. But I'm gonna go ahead and kill you anyways, or I'm gonna kill your team. So as we head to Lighthouse, I'm wondering now, Symmetra being flashed here from Robbie Hash, I don't hate it. I also like the May with it. It cordons off the approaches coming onto the point. I like the Diva here as well. I'm surprised that we haven't seen Sigma or Orisa. Very good on this point as well. You're gonna have the speed quotient though coming in from Smelvin Industries, so even though you're going to see a lot of mobility here from Smelvin Industries being able to reposition the DPS and the support line for MME, they're looking to take more of a split approach, with Leo going to be taking the high ground, looking onto the point and the approach, and then Ninu getting nasty with the Tracer once again.
Yeah, Ninu has been looking very, very good on the Tracer, but with that speed and that TP, it's going to be Smelvin Industries taking not really control yet, obviously, but they control the area of the point already, and are just playing for keeps here. They don't wanna get picked off by Leo on that high ground, or IQ Mighty throwing in those high damage, shots. Big burn there for Leo, but it's gonna be Smelvin that takes the first flip here, and still playing incredibly passively here, waiting for MME to get something started. And oh my god! That'll get it started. Bumblebee kills 3, and I believe that was a 2-for-1 with a melee, something you don't see very often. And Leo with the coach gun, shoving the May off the map where she belongs.
I mean, yes, yeah, absolutely. Swimming in the warm, glorious waters of Greece, absolutely. But I mean, Smelvin, they had a good precision on the first take, but looking at how MME just kind of kited around the damage, waited for the deployables to come out. Reinhardt making an appearance here. This is actually going to be big trouble for MME because you can just cleave and swing.
Yeah, and they're going to take the flip, and Adam once again showing the proficiency with those icicles. Squarely in the nose of Leo, helping clean up IQ Mighty. Lammy was very, very low, able to drop down and get that mini health pack. And yeah, fast cleaning up on the shots from, Adam just feels like he doesn't miss with the icicles there.
You don't miss, and it's okay. It's so good. I mean, look at this forward pressure though. I mean, Smelvin's not taking no for an answer here, and they're really taking it to MME, and there's the Catch the Sun coming out.
Oh, the Bee not able to get onto Tobbs to save him from that damage, and fast, very, very low. Shield also falling very, very low, and eventually it's going to be MMExATX taking this fight. But Adam is still on the point here, has the Blizzard. I wonder if they want something aggressive with it, maybe? I wouldn't advise it, but... Oh, Adam, you're not on the point, bud. Oh, that's unlucky. Shoved off the map by Bumblebee.
Yeah, I mean, it's a smart reset there. I mean, they got as much percentage as they could. They get to 67%. I mean, maybe it'll take 2 fights, but I mean, they're going to have a 4-pack of ultimates coming into this point. Now, Nenu, over to the Junkrat. Have not seen much of the Australian bomber very often, but Bob ready to go here for enemy, so dynamic fight coming in.
Yeah, wall to try and cut Bob off. Shatter out. I don't think it hit anybody. Bob shoved off the map by Lammy there to get rid of that supplemental damage. Also, the window did get puffed by Tobbs, assuming to just keep the team alive there. Yeah, I mean, that was kind of funny.
We'll talk about it.
Adam popping the Blizzard, finding the pick on Taninu, gets traded out by Leo there. And... did he get it? No. I saw Fast able to pin Bumblebee to the edge of the map. Here we're gonna see the Captive Sun out from IQ Mighty, Is it gonna find a pig? I don't think it will. I think everybody has lost the captive son. Now, we see the bomb for the remake of Bumblebee. It's gonna find Robbie, but Bumblebee falls. The tire out from Ninu, and it's gonna be Smelvin taking the map!
What? Oh my god. How do you get off the point at that point? I mean, what a tire that came in from Ninu. Clears the point of MME. Everybody else was pursuing kills on the outside. They thought they had the fight won. That is highway robbery at its finest. And if this is any indication of how this first to 5 or first to 3 series is going to go, we are in for a treat, my friend.
Yeah, that was so close and so much fun. You know, it was nice to see something other than the Orisa, because you know that's all that there's been recently. And I know that you like the Orisa. Like, it was nice seeing her. But you know, I'm not mad that she's not here right now, right? Me personally, I don't know. But that was fun and really close.
Put your nose in timeout. Put your nose in timeout. Don't you talk about my battle cattle like that. No, I mean, it's great. It's great to see different tanks coming out though. And I mean, this is going to land even more into the fluidity of our tank meta. Because I mean, really everybody other than Roadhog, everybody's viable right now. Even Wrecking Ball is viable right now in certain situations. So, I mean, I hope that everybody has learned to be a flex tank that we used to call it in Overwatch 1, you know, being able to play the main and the off tanks, because you got to be able to pull out the strats. You got to be able to pull out the changes on the fly. And what a flop, though. I mean, what a flop, though, coming over from Fast. I did not have Reinhardt on Lighthouse on my bingo card today, but there it is, and it actually works, providing a lot of, it provided a lot of the extra frontline pressure that Smelvin needed to deal with the D.Va, well, without, you know, having to reload. You have the consistent rate of fire coming through that. They really did deal with that frontline pressure, and I mean, Adam, what was absolutely lethal on the May. I think that's a really big reason why they do win this map, is that they did have, you know, the ability to not only heal themselves, which takes the onus off of the backline, but it also provides that little bit of extra cover with the wall that comes up. Yes, it can be destroyed rather quickly, but it gives you like a second and a half, 2 seconds to breathe, get some of your defensive cooldowns out there, be able to get your deployables back out there. I mean, this is the deployable meta. Some people could call it deplorable, with how many turrets and guns and everything else coming out. But as it stands, Smelvin takes the 1-0 victory, or the 2-1 sub-map victory here in Ilios. We're heading to Hybrid next. It's going to be MME's choice, and we'll take a look and see where we're coming at from them.
Yeah, well, it's going to be Midtown. So a little more open than Ilios, of course. So what would you think for Midtown at this moment, since these teams obviously they looked at these patch notes? So like, what would your expert opinion be? Because I'm certainly not one.
Well, I mean, Midtown, I like the Sigma here to start. I think that as you go through the map, I think that unless a Bastion comes out, which we have not seen, which has been very meta here lately, I think that you can run the Winston points 2 and 3. Point 2 being the best for the Monkey. But, you know, as you head inside of the train station itself, I think that you can lean into a D.Va, a Reinhardt, Zarya, Orisa. All works very well inside of the train station itself. It's all about, you know, can you set up a proper pincher point to prevent the first point from coming under duress and being taken by the attacking team? If you can, get a longer stall. That's where I think teams start to get frustrated. They start throwing spaghetti at the wall and see what sticks. So for defenders, I mean, smart choices out the gate. Like I said, I think the Sigma is the best, is one of the better choices, because you have shield, you've got CC with the rock, you've got the kinetic grasp, and of course the gravitic flux pulls everybody off the point and stops contention in that right. I mean, it's just consistent pressure from the Sigma as well. So with Orisa being nerfed now, you know, this is where the two teams are going to have to really lean into their tank playbooks and figure out how they're going to take defensive posturing here.
Yeah, and I mean, I feel like the Sigma's been underrated recently. Like, I've seen him be used a little bit every now and then for those poke fights, but I feel like he's better than people give him credit for. Like, if you're good at Sigma, it could work really, really well, but we're not gonna see a Sigma here. We're gonna see what we saw last match, last map, sorry, pretty much. Zarya and a D.Va. Almost bar for bar, both comps what we saw in Helios.
Well, we'll see how this actually turns around here for them. I'm trying to get something up here. Something that I remember from last season from MME, and I don't know if I can find it in time. But, you know, as we're looking out here, I mean, Reinhardt is going to be the choice here from Fast on the attack. Bumblebee is going to be able to mitigate a lot of damage here with the defense matrix. They're also going to have a lot more mobility. So mobility is the key here for MME. Smelvin going to look to take maybe an early teleporter onto the point.
Yeah, and speaking of getting rid of those projectiles, they have some stuff that D.Va cannot eat up with that defense matrix, with the Symmetra, the Mei, the Reinhardt. The shield is gone. Yeah, but like you were saying earlier, that wall to just cut off MME from pursuing that door there. Robbie obviously wants to TP onto that onto the fire truck, try and put some pressure on the backline, but looks like the pressure, they hit a reverse card there. MME, happy to take that fight pretty easily, honestly. Pretty long setup for Smelvin.
Yeah, I mean, they took way too long. I think that you go around to underneath the subway car, and then you take yourself, what?
No, nothing. Go ahead.
Okay.
I was going to say something dumb.
Well, I mean, Pulse Bob is going to be ready here in this fight. Going to pull out an early immortality field from Tobbs, and then you look for Bumblebee to go in on the back of it.
Yeah, they're trying this rotate again. TP out from Robbie, the pulse bomb from Alex, not quite finding a target. Now Smelvin trying to take this high ground to try and get maybe a more effective TP here. But neither team really doing much of anything right now. Where are you going, Smelvin? What is happening? Okay, that's where you're going. Oh my goodness. Like, it's too convoluted. They're just on another plane of existence of thinking from me. So that's my bad for questioning you, Smelvin Industries. And they're gonna find both supports, and they're probably gonna take the point here.
What a janky fight. I mean, that's just, I mean, there's no other way to put it. That's just horrible. We're going to see Bumblebee do what they can, maybe throw out the self-destructor. Not with the wall, though! Adam, gets it done with the wall, and there is the first point unlocked. Finally, did take them almost 2 minutes. So, I mean, for their troubles, they do get they do find the promised land here. Leo's going to have overclock here to deal with the pressure, especially with Fast being so aggressive. The backline's definitely going to be under duress.
Leo getting a nice little trade there on to Tobbs. So much of that healing for Smelvin is gone for right now, but they're just gonna try and push the card a little bit, wait for Tobbs to come back since it's so early on in B right now. Adam though, sick of getting that one shot, gonna one shot Alex there. So, oh my god!
How
okay.
do you survive?
The answer is you don't, I guess, but nice little kill there on the Bumblebee. Both tanks are gone, now both BAPs are gone. And Smelvin's just pushing right under the bridge right now. The turrets are set up for Smelvin on the... Okay, Leo's on his back and Sojourn is dead. Alex and Leo falling to the shatter from Fast. I mean, that was perfect from Fast on the Reinhardt, killing both DPS, but they're gonna trade it out and kill 3. I mean, wow, I mean, MME with the clutch fight there, losing too early, and the rest are just like, yeah, shmee shmop, we'll kill you anyway.
I mean, in the back of my mind right now, I'm hearing Yakety Sax. I'm hearing the Benny Hill song. I mean, Disco Circus, polka dot, polka dot. This is a circus right now. It's so disjointed, these fights. You've got basically 4 different points of attention. You've got, you know, the supports focusing on the DPS. You've got the DPS of the other team focusing on the tank. You've got the tank focusing on the support line of the other team. Everybody's going in different directions. I don't know who's shot calling right now, but it's got to be chaos in the comms right now.
from both sides. Both sides look like they don't have a clue what's happening. They're just reacting at this point. Primal animal instincts just telling me I'm gonna do this and it's gonna work out. We're gonna see the wall though coming out from Robbie Hash, starting out this fight. Evergreen pops the window after the wall.
The window gets completely denied by the photon barrier, but Leo's starting to come up with the kills here at the end.
Yeah, Leo with 2 there on both supports. Yeah, that was my Leo killed 4. Okay,
4.
Yeah. Good fight there for Leo. Yeah, that was why I paused, because the wall went down, and then Evergreen popped window behind the wall.
It's so, like I said, it's disjointed right now. I mean, Fast sticking with the Reinhardt. I think that you should go to the Winston here, honestly, and start getting that cleave in, because you can't DM the Tesla cannon coming in. You don't have to worry about that. So 60 seconds here left for Smelvin to get as much meterage as they can. This defensive posturing right now for this MME team is absolutely perfect.
Yeah, we saw Alex just pop that pulse bomb, not gonna find a target there. I think Tobbs did drop the immortality field, but Bumblebee happy to eat the snow cone of Adam. And I mean, that's pretty good, but Bumblebee dropping the bomb up in the air, gonna fall eventually, but Leo, it doesn't matter if Bumblebee dies as long as Leo is still in the fight goes on. And Smelvin Industries only has 18 seconds.
They've got a Shatter to work with, and that's it. So, I mean, other than some late second heroics, and I mean, look at this. The spy checking from Bumblebee is preventing the approach from Adam. This map is all but done and dusted. We're going to look for a late Shatter.
Okay, here's the Shatter. It hits Bumblebee. Bumblebee is demeched, so Bumblebee's not in the fight anymore. Immortality Field's already gone from Tobbs, so that sustain is gone for the moment. Fast, happy to take down the supplemental healing of the pylon here. Just trying to keep the team alive, and now we see Adam trying to put that pressure onto IQ Mighty. Has gotten burned by it before. Speaking of getting burned, IQ Mighty happy to take down Robbie Hash to start us off and end us off with a kill on to Tobbs. And that is going to be, disjointed, a little bit chaotic, but MME holds strong.
I mean, they ended up about 2.42 meters from completing B. So, as far as the fights that happened, I mean, I don't think there was a clear strategy from Smelvin to be able to get on top of MME. And the kite back was too damn good from them. The healing pylon of IQ Mighty, sometimes in a accessible spot, sometimes Smelvin was hunting for it and they just couldn't find it. That's how good the placement was. So, I mean, the support line here for MME definitely getting their Wheaties and their Frosties today. Looking for Smelvin now. I mean, they're going to pull out the Diva here, so I like this. We might see a change come through once MME comes out a spawn and recognizes what they're working into. Smelvin bringing out the Torbjorn. That's definitely going to be an answer to the Tracer of Alex. Alex was getting a lot of work done on the fringes there. You had a 4-man front basically for MME, and then you're looking at Alex going around the sides. IQ Mighty definitely empowering the Tracer in these engagements. So for Smelvin, I mean, I don't hate this. I don't hate this at all. They've gone for a much more in-your-face composition. Looking out here, you're looking for a little bit of extra protection here for Tobbs in the back line, especially with how good Alex has been on this Tracer. So, I mean, some definite changes coming through here for Smelvin. They're definitely starting to recognize some of the issues that are being presented. We'll see how this actually turns around.
Yeah, and I mean, they need to turn it around fast because they don't have far to go for MMExATX here. Gonna get started here. Bumblebee just taking a casual stroll over behind the fire truck. And Leo starts us off. Hobbs goes down early here. So much of that healing is gone. If the danger isn't in the face, Lammy can't help you. And we saw it there from long range. Leo still coming up clutch. The Sojourn looking very, very, very good right now. And I mean, you see him on this off angle here. trying to get some more damage in, and that's going to be MME taking the point. 5.5 minutes to hold B is crazy.
I mean, this is aggression. It is measured aggression. They know exactly what they can get away with and how to work through the cooldowns. Bumblebee, I thought they were going to lose their mech, but the support is too damn good coming through here. And I mean, we're looking at Leo. Leo is the linchpin here for this MME team. If they are landing their shots, which they have been doing with some scary rapidity here today, this should be a relatively easy point. They just need to take control of high ground on the overpass.
Yeah, Adam's turret no longer a factor in this fight, but the one person that it was looking to counter is also, or counter mainly, maybe not just the only one, but Alex is dead. Tracer. So, you know, down one, that's not great. The window not finding a whole lot of value from Evergreen. Pops the window a little later. But the rally armor, not enough to keep Tobbs alive as Alex comes back and throws the pulse bomb on to the BAP. Did not have the immortality field. So Smelvin is on the back foot here 100% as Robbie falls late. We're gonna see the Captive Sun out from IQ Mighty here. I mean, the overclock from Leo is just an instant team wipe button for MMExATX, and for that reason, they're gonna take Midtown, their map pick.
That was it was too easy. It was too easy. I mean, they really did bait the cooldowns out of Smelvin on top of the overpass there, and they were able to just clean house after that. The self-destruct pulls the immortality field, and then Alex goes in and gets the assassination on the Tobbs. That was the go sign for them. You saw the immediate disengage, and then they get the work done. Leo is an absolute assassin on the Sojourn, so we're definitely going to be looking for what they got coming forward. We are all tied up as we head into our break. It is going to be Flashpoint as our next map type. Don't go away. We'll be back with you in just a few minutes.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. We've got a series on our hands here. MME able to, even up the score here against Smelvin Industries. You know, they were I think the clear favorites here at the beginning of this match. But so far from what we have seen, this match is so back and forth. I've never seen a match this chaotic before, and I'm having a lot of fun watching and trying to figure out how to cast this. It's really, really interesting, but we are going to see Flashpoint here going into map 3. It was Smelvin Industries picks, and it's going to be Servasa. So can you give me like any kind of input? What are you thinking for Servasa here?
I mean, it's not so much as insight as far as you know how to do it, as who needs to be out there. And for me, you either have to have a Symmetra or you have to have a Lucio. Junker Queen works especially well here. You will always start out on, I believe it is Market here in Servasa. Then it's a crapshoot. You've got Garden for point B, you've got Palace for point C, you've got Temple and Ruin surrounded out, and it is in a bit of a checkerboard pattern. So I mean, it's just honestly RNG. It's randomly generated which way it goes, and I mean, you have to decide when the point is that you disengage and set yourself up for the next flashpoint if you are behind, and then if you're the attacking team and you're holding the point, when do you start to send people forward? Because if you hold all 5 people on flashpoint, you're going to get bamboozled. When it comes to the next flashpoint, it's going to be so very hard to get onto the point and dislodge the other team in that moment. So that's why I say speed actually kills here. Wrecking Ball is somebody that I've been seeing here a little bit, especially in the EU. Wrecking Ball being able to get from point to point, being able to contest, allowing the rest of your team to get back there, using the pile driver to disrupt as well. These are all great things that I think that teams need to be leaning into, especially for these flashpoint maps. Servasa works a little bit better for the Wrecking Ball. New Junk City, not so good, but we'll see. We will see what comes through.
Yeah, and these teams looking like they want to keep running something very, very similar here. So yeah, we're gonna get started here. It's going to be the first fight, as always, on Market, like you said. So we'll see how these teams are going to respond here to this very, very new map, of course. But here we're going to start off on this staircase. We see Alex trying to get a little bit of a flank going, try and put some pressure on the back line, but the back line is putting pressure onto Alex. It appears that Tracer has to just escape there, stay alive, not use any cooldowns. You don't want to early on there. Robbie Hash starting us off here for Smelvin Industries, and that is good enough, and MME is going to disengage here.
I mean, the disengage has to come through. You have to wait 4 years consistent damage to come through from Leo, and Leo probably wasn't expecting that. You've got so much to deal with here for Smelvin, though. You've got the Ice Block, you've got the Immortality Barrier, you've got the projected bubbles. So I mean, Robbie Hash is having themselves a hell of a map here already. 43% and counting, but look at Adam. Adam is already 2/3 of the way to a Blizzard. This is where I think that you have to decide go or no go, and they're going out pursuing kills. Fastian on this Zarya is having themselves one heck of a day. This is where I think that you disengage and you try to decide, guess where the next flashpoint is going to be, and I think that it's going to come out to Lammy being able to courier people around. Yeah, we see MME just try to think about where they're going to go.
Yeah, and we see Bumblebee switching over to the Zarya, and do they want to keep this going here on Market? They do. MMExATX wants to keep Market alive to try and take this first point. They're going to get the touch. It's going to be Evergreen jumping over the wall on the Lucio. But it doesn't matter because Adam starts us off, and with the help of Tobbs' window, it's going to be Smelvin Industries that takes Market.
Yep, I mean, Leo needs to get the heck out of Dodge right now and not get, well, that's the stagger. That's the risk that you run. And now we've got the next flashpoint coming up. We're going to get the top-down view from our observers to show us which way they're going. It looks like they are heading to the southeast, so they are definitely heading over towards Garden. That is going to be point B. We'll see now if MME can actually come back as a full 5. I mean, remember, Leo was early staggered out. They've already gotten the window out from Tobbs, though, so this might actually be a really efficacious point for them to push it and be aggressive.
Breaking out the dictionary, the thesaurus over here, like that word went right over my head. But yeah, the point's open here. A little bit early on the wall for Adam. We see Alex has also opted to pick up the May here, switching off of that Tracer. But here's a Blizzard, and that's going to be Alex, bubbled and not frozen. A beautifully timed bubble from Bumblebee, but Tob says, I'm gonna kill you anyway, and finds 2 there as MME tried to get out early, and we're already at 40% for this flashpoint.
The first ultimate rotations are only now coming online from MME, so that's how much pressure that Smelvin is putting on this MME team. And I mean, you're looking at holding down the point now with a grab. You don't have the sound barrier to counteract it. You've got an immortality barrier, and that's it.
Yeah, sitting up on this high ground though. Leo looking for some more heroics. Both Blizzard, well, I say Blizzard just got dropped by Alex, but both grabs were used, and yeah, Leo, popping off again. You know,
nah, but it's too much.
Yeah,
it's too much. That's 4 ultimates into that fight. Now all you have is a sound barrier to hold this point. Leo has been deadly all day long, so I mean, we're hoping that they'll be able to pop off in the neutral. But you're looking at an Ant Matrix coming in. Nothing else from Smelvin. They also emptied their bank out as well.
Yeah, just the window in the back pocket for Tobbs here, and there it is. And Robbie Hash doesn't need the window to find a kill. Drops Leo with just a regular old railgun there. Evergreen is in there right now. I guess the entirety of MMEATX is, but Adam is going to find a second there. Lammy and Fast cleaning up, and IQ Mighty will be the last to fall, but that should be it for Garden here.
I mean, Garden going out of their favor, and we'll see which way they're going to go. So, I mean, we've got, you know, your choice here. That'll be the flashpoint secured here for Smelvin. And now we're going to see which way they're going. We'll get the top-down view. Looking again, looks like we are heading to Temple. Coming up next in the northeast part. So we're going from point B to point D. This one, you know, with a Symmetra, which they don't have anymore, so I'm not going to talk about it. But I mean, looking at the crossfire that comes in, there are 3 approaches, real main approaches that comes on this point. Big wall comes out early.
They're able to get over it with the immortality field, and Robbie Hash coming out on top, killing Alex. Both of these Sojourns have been so good all day, and they found 1 each right now. Blizzard out from Adam to try and win this fight out and cap the point for Smelvin Industries, and they're gonna cap the point, but MME is not done here. They're going to re-engage here. Evergreen will fall. Overclock from Robbie Hash, helping to get that damage to clean up Leo and IQ Mighty. Finally able to take down Bumblebee, and now, I mean, just the overclock and well, actually, I say just the overclock. They used 3 ults there, so pretty expensive, but they're in control.
They're in control right now. I think that Alex is getting absolutely outplayed by Adam on the May right now. Adam has gotten a second Blizzard out and is already almost a third of the way to getting another one out here. So, I mean, Tobbs can actually start this fight with an Ant Matrix, deny the approach coming in.
Yeah, and we see Bumblebee switching over to this Reinhardt, just wanting to get into the face of CN, but Lammy finding the boop off of the map onto Alex. So without their May, they're like, this is dire straits here for MME. Overclock gets walled off. What a wall by Adam! Drops into that ice block. Was that? Yeah, okay. I think that was just a regular kill from Lammy. No boop off the map that time, but still a perfect map there for Smelvin Industries. They're gonna take Servasa.
And now we're at a 2-1. They take themselves to match point. They're about to put one of the prohibitive favorites, not only for this mid-season tournament, but also for the entirety of Season 12 multi-tier tournament to win. They're putting them up against the wall and saying, "You shall not pass." I mean, this was the drop of ultimates, the extravaganza that came through. Leo got a lot of work done. IQ Mighty got a lot of work done here too, but I mean, it was so expensive for them. That's why they didn't have anything to contest when we went to Ruins. And I mean, once you empty out your bank, once you commit so many ultimates into a fight, it takes so long to build them up right now. I mean, they've definitely been increasing the cost of ultimates here for the players here in Overwatch 2. It's definitely a lot more hard to get yourself up to the ultimate level. So, I mean, watching what Adam did on the May, how quickly they were generating blizzards, that shows just how good they are with the character. So, Push will be our next map type coming up. And, well, I tell you what, Esperanza was very heavily favored yesterday across the teams. So we'll see if we go to Portugal. We did see Coliseo once yesterday to try and enable a Winston composition, a dive composition that came in from one of the NA teams. But we'll see what these EU teams decide. Really, MME, they just never got their foot set. They never were able to really come back as a full 5 with the ultimate rotation in their favor. Their economy was just shattered after that Palace flip of the point. And after that, it was easy sailing for Smelvin.
Yeah, I mean, Smelvin just played that map so well, despite how disjointed that they looked on Midtown. But, like, we're going to see it. MME going to pick their map, whatever that is in the future. Both of these teams have brought out the Reinhardt this match thus far. And we're going to Coliseo. And you know what? I was saying it just not even 10 seconds ago. Reinhardt?
Reinhardt, question mark? It just depends on what Fast runs. I mean, is Fast going to try and maybe match a Bumblebee? Reinhardt, I mean, I would not hate it. I've seen it in some of my collegiate matches. The Reinhardt definitely ruling, especially on this map. I mean, it can be an epic gladiatorial fight here. If we do get the Rhine v Rhine matchup, I wouldn't hate it. It's one of my most favorite joining at the battles. So now we're going to head in. We're going to Italy. Smelvin is on match point right now. Surprising MME right now. And we'll see what they have up their sleeve here. But for MME, I mean, this is going to have to be a dynamic, completely flipped scenario here coming in as we are heading. We were seeing the Battle of the Sojourns as well. Do we see the May come back out here again? I think that the May from Adam has been so damn good. And, we can definitely lean into that look as well, kind of denying the escape for Reinhardt getting away, or anybody that they want to kind of cordon off from their support line and be able to get that quick assassination. We saw it happen time and time again across the map so far today. So Adam, definitely one of my MVP looks for the day, but Fast is actually going to flash us out. The Zarya, I don't know if it stays, depending on how they want to approach this point, but yeah. I mean, good stuff from both teams so far. This has definitely been back and forth. Really, the only kind of stinker map that I've seen was Flashpoint. I mean, that was completely in Smelvin's control from start to finish. Even when enemy did win, it took everything in their bank. So I think that a little bit of ultimate discipline here from enemy needs to be exerted. And look at this nice little different rotation coming through the Domus Publica.
Yeah, I thought I saw for a second Adam trying to watch that from the above, the bird's eye view or whatever. But now we're back locked in this never-ending fight here in this early tunnel here. So we'll see what these teams are going to get done here. Fast trying to build up that charge. Ooh. Adam's so electric on the May all day. I mean, starting us out with a headshot onto Alex. And unfortunately for Leo, that's a corner. You can only get through that if you go up, and you did not go up.
I mean, a good little trade there. I mean, IQ might be taking down a real consistent source of the damage coming in. But the fact that Fast gets to keep the ult charge and I know that it decreases on a decay right now, but still, getting up to over 80% charge there on the first 2 bubbles, that's actually incredible work from them. And the support line, once again, doing their job, getting it done.
A smart disengage here since they were down their Sojourn player. But now we see MME switching over to what the meta has been for the past month or so. The Orisa, Bap Iari with a Bastion. But speaking of the Bastion, Alex is dead. Like,
I mean, that is wow.
That's almost all of the damage for MME. And without that and the durability of the Bastion, I mean, you just can't take that.
Well, I want to see the pursuit here. We saw a disengage earlier because they did lose their Sojourn a lot better kiting away from the damage coming in. So now for MME, I mean, they're going to have to take it. I mean, early grab, hello?
Wow. Yeah, so aggressive by Fast. They're able to take down IQ Mighty. Leo finding a trade on to Lammy there. Robbie Hash once again donning the hero's cowl there, taking down the enemy Sojourn. Fast eventually will fall, but here we're gonna see Robbie popping the overclock and killing 2, and oh my god, Robbie Hash slashing and dashing through everybody on this Sojourn, and just a dominant push thus far for Smelvin Industries.
I mean, you're looking at 4 ultimates, so almost a full 5-pack here coming from enemy, so they should be able to win this fight. But I mean, look at the members of Smelvin. I mean, they're trying to get back in here. They're going to go ahead and take their butt scratch moment, and now just hold here. They've only taken 3 minutes to get to butt scratch. That is pretty impressive coming after them. They're completely recognizing which threat needs to be taken out first.
Ooh, window from tops. Bumblebee got taken so low so fast. For a little while there, Alex was pretty low too, but MME does have 4 ults in the pocket now. Alex able to take down Robbie on that Sojourn who's been... Wait, did Adam get stunned out of Blizzard?
I think so.
I think he just got speared out of Blizzard. That's so tragic for Smelvin.
Yeah, this is actually going to be a point flip here, and actually progress being gained for MME on the back of just a singular cooldown, not even ultimate. So you're still holding on to 4 ultimates here, coming into the first push phase here for Smelvin. I think it's time for you to get off the Zarya. It ain't working. They've got too much damage coming in, and the immortality barrier is keeping them up, even when the pressure gets too big.
Yeah, Bastion happy to just blow right through those bubbles. But yeah, I mean, MME adapting, trying it to overcome here, trying to get a butt scratch of their own. We're going to see the airstrike from Alex, see if they can find something here. They hit Robbie Hash, but able to slide away and stay alive here. Now, the Terra Surge responded to by the beat from Lammy. Adam able to take down Bumblebee. IQ Mighty. Evergreen on the Baptiste. Finding 2 of his own. Leo, I mean, still looks very, very strong on the Sojourn. But it looks like Smelvin wants this bot to go back right now. And who's up there? Was that Leo up there with Evergreen?
Yeah, it's Leo up there with Evergreen. So, I mean, they're going to have Amp Matrix and Overclock. So that's going to be some pretty consistent damage. And if they don't take care of the threat from behind, we know how good Leo is.
Why are they still there? Okay, we're going to see the window end Overclock popped by MME, but Evergreen's dead! Leo's dead! Boy. Why are they still there?
I don't know. That's a complete lapse in judgment there coming from MME. There's no other way to say it. You're looking at Grav. You're going to come up on Blizzard once again from Adam. Hopefully they don't get speared out of it. And your complete ultimate bank is gone from MME. So, I mean, basically threw all their economy out the door.
Yeah, and Fast is already at 100 charge going in here. Just happy to, wants to melt through Bumblebee, obviously. That's the plan here. Ice Block out from Adam already. Immortality Field has to be popped to keep the Mei alive there. Leo has control of the high ground, as do the supports of MME. So trying to rain hell from above as Alex does it from below. I believe that's probably both bubbles out from Fast CN. but hops the grab and doesn't hit anybody as Bumblebee just walked out of it with crap, I just blanked on the name of it, but Leo, you know, blunder before, coming up clutch here.
I mean, the Fortify gets them out of the grab. I mean, Leo starting to find the range with the pulse rifle once again. I mean, and that was a very expensive fight once again from Smelvin. I mean, they put out the grab and they also put out the blizzard and no dice. I mean, just a great clapback coming from MME. Now they're going to be coming up on 5 ultimates of their own. MME is going to have a full 5-pack into this next fight. Leo's got to be the catalyst for them to get to the butt scratch.
Yeah, they disengage just for a second, waiting for, I guess, Alex's airstrike here to try and take control. Oh, Robbie, buddy. Okay, well, you know, I say that Robbie dies, but I guess the rest of Smelvin was ready to follow up on that as Adam takes down Bumblebee and 2 others had fallen from MME, and I mean, I disagree with the slide in from Robbie Hash, but Smelvin's happy to take the bot back.
I mean, fast already 70% to another grab, and we were looking at, you know, the Ad Matrix Overclock combo once again. They've just got to get themselves a standing point, and they've got to make a dynamic fight win here.
Okay, they try to get up to the high ground. Okay, we're gonna see the Captive Sun out, able to just, you know, shmee shmop, get rid of it with the bubble, the ice block. So Captive Sun no longer in play here for IQ Mighty. Both windows are out, and Alex chucking the nade yard onto Robbie Hash, blowing up the Sojourn. And now, Adam and Fast have their ultimates ready to go. Fast will fall, though, unfortunately. And, yeah, smartly, though, they're going to hold on to both of those incredibly impactful ultimates.
Well, I mean, the big problem for MME right now is the overclock. It should be good as long as they can get some good forward positioning going on here. Artillery Strike does one of 2 things. It either just completely resets where Smelvin comes in. You see it come out. If it gets a kill, I mean, that's almost a bonus at point. Now we've got the butt scratch. We're tied. We're waiting for it. MME is actually going to take the lead here.
Yeah, I mean, and with only 90 seconds. Wait, no, they're not going to get it here. Fast pops the Blizzard. I mean, they used 3 ults there, but it's enough. They're going to get the bot back and potentially, I don't know, they won't get it back before they MME comes back. Really, really expensive, though, for Smelvin.
Okay, so it's 1:05. I can't remember how this actually goes down. Does somebody actually have to get more meterage?
No, you can draw.
Or can you draw?
You can draw. Yeah. I don't think it's going to happen, but, you know, something unprecedented maybe. They're on the high ground. Smelvin is. They trade, though. Bumblebee for Adam. Tob's able to get into their own immortality field there, as MME takes the bot back toward their barrier here.
I mean, this is so scary. The sound barrier comes out.
Oh my goodness! Alex probably would have killed Fast if Flamey didn't pop that beat. That's so clutch, and now this is like the most dire. Wait, MME took that bot really, really far there.
They did, and I mean, Bumblebee coming back on the Winston. This is actually going to be playing into Fast wheelhouse here. Taking a little bit of damage, trying to get that extra healing up. You're looking at no support ultimates, double support ultimates for MME. They actually have the ultimates in their rotation right now.
Here's the Captive Sun from IQ Mighty, finds 2. They get the explosion onto Tobbs, but the immortality field keeps them alive. IQ Mighty and Robbie Hash trading, but Adam takes the forward ground here with a headshot onto Leo. That impactful Sojourn is now gone. Evergreen popping the window, grab gets thrown out by Fast CN, and it's looking pretty dangerous here for MME. Alex able to take down Tobbs on the way out here, so they're not gonna have all of that healing. And oh, Leo, you're so lucky. Wait, I mean, Alex dies.
Alex dies there to Lammy, so I mean, there's still opportunities for them to win this map, and they've got control of the point. We're looking at Leo. Leo's so very low. This is match point. All they got to do is get control and then move forward.
They don't need much. Just 4.43 is all they need here. Evergreen kind of inted before this fight started. Are gonna see the Blizzard out from Adam. And that should be it. That's it. Smelvin Industries with the upset on MMExATX. The favorites that we said, not even just for this series, not even just for this tournament, but for the entirety of the EU Open Tier division. They fall.
This is a thunderclap going through the ranks of EU right now. I mean, Leo is a stud on this Sojourn, but the team play coming out from Smelvin definitely in their favor. And I tell you what, this is a thunderclap going through the EU Open scene right now, that MME can be taken down with some coordinated play. And I mean, with the new buff sticks coming through, you saw the teams trying to experiment with the new tanks, with the new heroes, hero changes coming through. And Smelvin, in the end, actually has a better understanding of a better team play, later ultimate usage as well. Definitely goes into their favor. I still have to go back to the Evergreen Leo overclock window, basically outside of their spawn, behind the pushing team, and I don't understand that ultimate. So we'll see what it is. But this is going to take a look at how we got to where we are. It is a 3-1 victory to Smelvin Industries Midtown, going the way of MME. But on the other side of that, I mean, pretty dominant performance coming out from Smelvin. Ilios was very, very close. As I said, the Midtown was such a wonky, disjointed map. Smelvin looked like they were completely on a different page than the rest of their teammates. But then Suravaso was a masterclass in how to play Flashpoint, and then Coliseo comes down to the last fight. We could have drawn there, but the ultimate rotation was definitely in their favor, and they come up with the win in the very end.
Yeah, and I mean, you were saying, Midtown a little bit weird, but Smelvin looked good. They look strong. And maybe, MME just not ready to adapt to what these new changes are looking like. And, maybe just unfortunate timing for this patch to come through in the middle of a tournament. You never like to see, we can't help it, unfortunately, here at CGL. It's just, it happens. We don't have those OPR servers that, Overwatch League or contenders have. We have to play on the live game, and stuff like this just happens. But, Smelvin taking it in stride.
That's good. Right.
Yeah.
I mean, they get the massive upset win. I mean, I did not have this coming in today. So that's going to do it for myself and for Fletch here in the booth. Thanks to Rhino, and thanks to who else do we got? We've got who is our? I can't see him. Khazix and Unfeatured on the prod behind us, and of course Rhino producing the show for us. Thanks to Headrammer as well for having us on here. We got more action coming up later on tonight and throughout the weekend. We are into round 2, folks. Don't go away. Make sure you have your notifications on to know when we go live. We'll see you later. Have a good day.